Hey guys, welcome back. And now I want to talk about part 2, which is limits and continuity of a function. So as the title suggests, there are mainly two topics. So first I will define what is the limit of a function at a point. And with this concept, we'll define what we mean by a function to be continuous at a point, and also what we mean by saying that a function is continuous. Okay, so let's get started. Before we talk about anything, I want to recall the definition of functions. Yeah, this is to be self-contained. If there are people that do not know functions before, then you can get the idea here. So what is a function? In this definition, we're defining functions. So a function is basically a mathematical object, and it has three components. So this is important. And the first component is called domain, which is a set. And here we use a symbol capital A to denote the domain. And another component is codomain, which we use capital B to denote the codomain of the function f. And this is also a set. And the third component of the function is a rule that associates each small a in capital A unique element f of a in capital B. So basically a function has three parts. The first part is a domain, which is a set. The second part is the codomain, which is another set. And the third part is there should be a rule that associates each of the element small a in capital A and element f of a in capital B. So f of a is a notation for the element that is associated with the small a in the capital A. So compactly, we'll use the notation f comma a arrow b to denote the function with domain A and codomain B. And here is an example. So consider the following function f from R to R. So R is the set of real numbers. And we assign the rule f of x is equal to x squared. So for every x, for every x in R, so for all x in R, we associate x squared, which is also in R, as the element in the set B. So this function, basically, whenever you have an x in the domain R, then we have an f of x, which is equal to x squared in the codomain R. So for example, if the x is equal to 2, then the associate element in the codomain B will be 2 squared, which is equal to 4. Alright, so, well, this is basically functions. And in this course, actually, we will focus on two kinds of functions. The first kind is with domain and open interval with codomain R. The other kind is the domain is a closed interval from A to B, and the codomain is still R. These two functions are the main function that we will consider in this course. And our next goal is to define the following concept of limit. So if we are given a function with an open interval as a domain, and suppose we have a point in the domain, our next goal is to define the following type of limit or convergence. We want to define this kind of thing. So we want to talk about the limit of the function. The limit of the function when the point x is close to C. So this is what we want to talk about next. Okay, so this is basically limit of a function f at a point C. Yeah, intuitively, this is how the value is approximating to when your point x is very close to C. Alright, so I will talk about this concept in the next video. So see you there.